A man's life is what his thoughts make of it. Marcus Arielus. I think it was best expressed by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that great men are those who see that thoughts rule the world. The world today is in its present state simply as a result of mankind's collective thinking. Each nation is in its present state of either peace and prosperity or poverty, murder and anarchy, simply as a result of its thinking as a nation. And each individual is what he is, and his life is what it is, and his circumstances are what they are, simply as a result of his thoughts. Now glance around you. If you are in a furnished room, your eyes tell you that you are looking at a number of inanimate objects. Well, that's true so far as visual perception is concerned. But in reality, you are actually looking at thoughts or ideas which have come into materialization through the creative work of some human being. It was a thought first that created the furniture, fashioned the window glass, the automobile, the skyscraper, the sewing machine, the tiny pen, 1,001 thing. Where did they come from originally? Only one source, from that strange force, thought. As we look further, we realize that these achievements and in fact all other possessions came as a result of creative thinking. Thought is the original source of all wealth, all success, all material gain, all great discoveries, inventions, and of all achievements. With that in mind, it becomes easy to understand that a man's thoughts make or break him. And Shakespeare's words become more intelligible. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Many people feel that success comes with hard work. However, I would like to point out that hard work alone will not bring success. The world is filled with people who have worked hard but have little to show for it. Something more than hard work is necessary. It is creative thinking and firm belief in your ability to execute your ideas. The successful people in history have succeeded through their thinking. Their hands were merely helpers to their brains. Another important point is that one essential to success is that your desire be an all-obsessing one. Your thoughts and aims are coordinated, and your energy is concentrated and applied without letter. It may be riches or fame or position or knowledge that you want, for each person has his own idea of what success means to him. But whatever you consider it to be, you can have it, provided you are willing to make the objective the burning desire of your life and are willing to go the extra mile in its accomplishment. Now that you have a clearer idea of the part that thought and desire play in your daily lives, the first thing to determine is precisely what you want. Starting with the general idea that you merely want to be a success, as most people do, is too indefinite. You must have a mental pattern clearly drawn in your mind. Ask yourself, where am I headed? What is my goal? Have I visualized just what I really want? If success is to be measured in terms of wealth, can you fix the amount in figures? If in terms of achievement, can you specify it definitely? I ask these questions, for in their answers are the factors which will determine your whole life from now on. Strange as it may appear, not 1 out of 100 people can answer these questions. Therefore, it is vital that you know what you want out of life. You must know where you are headed, and you must keep a fixed goal in your view. Only then will you get what you are after. So you begin with desire if you ever hope to gain more than you have now. However, as we shall see, there is more to it than mere desire. It has been said that thought attracts that upon which it is directed. Thought attracts that upon which it is directed. It was Job who said, "For the thing which I greatly feared has come upon me." Our fearful thoughts are just as creative or just as magnetic in attracting troubles to us as are the constructive and positive ones are attracting positive results. So no matter what the character of the thought, it does create after its kind. When this sinks to a man's consciousness, he gets some inkling of the awe-inspiring power which is his to use. I cling to the theory that while thoughts do create and exercise control far beyond any limits yet known to man, they create only according to their pitch, intensity, emotion, equality, depth of feeling, or vibratory plane. Sigmund Freud, the famous Australian psychoanalyst, brought the world's attention to the hypothesis that there was a powerful force within us, an unilluminated part of the mind separate from the conscious mind, constantly at work molding our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Others have called this division of our mental existence the soul. Some call it the superego, the inner power, the superconsciousness, the unconscious, the subconscious, and various other names. It isn't an organ or so-called physical matter such as we know the brain to be. Nevertheless, it is there, and from the beginning of recorded time, man has known that it exists. The ancients often referred to it as the spirit. Paracletus called it the will. Others have called it the mind, an adjunct to the brain. Some have referred to it as conscience, the creator of the still small voice within. Still, others called it intelligence and have asserted that it is a part of the supreme intelligence to which we are all linked. No matter what we call it, I prefer the word subconscious. It is recognized as the essence of life, and the limits of its potency are unknown. It never sleeps. It comes to our support in times of great trouble. It warns us of impending danger. Often, it aids us in what seems impossible. It guides us in many ways, and when properly employed, performs so-called miracles. Perhaps the most effective method of bringing the subconscious into practical action is through the process of making mental pictures. Using the imagination, perfecting an image of the thing or situation as you would have it exist in physical form. This is usually referred to as visualization. However, before this visualization can work, you must really believe. I refer now to deep-seated belief, a firm and positive conviction that goes through every fiber of your being, where you believe at heart and soul. Now call it a phase of emotion, a physical force, a type of electrical vibration, anything you please, but that is the force that brings outstanding results. It is also important to remember that no matter what your present job, it has enormous possibilities if you are willing to pay the price. Now, let's just go over the important points in the price each of us must pay to achieve the wonderful life that can be ours. It is, of course, worth any price. 1. You will become what you think about. 2. Remember the word imagination. Let your mind soar. 3. Remember the word courage. Concentrate on your goal every day. 4. Take action on the goal you've set out. Ideas are worthless unless we act on them. There are two things that may be said of everyone. Each of us wants something, and each of us is afraid of something. I want you to write on a card what it is you want more than anything else. It may be more money. Perhaps you would like to double your income or make a specific amount of money. It may be a beautiful home. It may be to succeed at your job. It may be a particular position in life. It could be a more harmonious family. Each of us wants something. Write down on your card specifically what it is that you want. Make sure it's a single goal and clearly defined. You need not show it to anyone, but carry it with you so that you can look at it several times a day. Think about it in a cheerful, relaxed, positive way each morning when you get up, and immediately you have something to work for, something to get out of bed for, something to live for. Look at it every chance you get during the day and just before going to bed at night. As you look at it, remember, you must become what you think about. And since you are thinking about your goal, you realize that soon it will be yours. In fact, it's yours from the very moment you write it down and begin to think about it. Look at the abundance all around you as you go about your daily business. You have as much right to this abundance as any other living creature. It's yours for the asking. Now we come to the difficult part. Difficult because it means the formation of what is probably a brand new habit. And new habits are not easily formed. Once formed, however, it will follow you for the rest of your life. Stop thinking about what it is you fear. Each time a fearful or negative thought comes into your consciousness, replace it with a mental picture of your positive and worthwhile goal. There will come times when you will feel like giving up. It's easier for a human being to think negatively than positively. That's why only 5% are successful. You must begin now to place yourself in that group. Starting from this moment, you must take control of your mind. It will think only about what you permit it to think. Each day, from this very moment, do more than you have to do. In addition to maintaining a cheerful, positive outlook, give of yourself more than you have ever done before. Do this knowing that your reward in life must be in direct proportion to what you give. The moment you decide on a goal to work towards, you are immediately a successful person. You are then in that rare and successful category of people who know where they are going. Out of every 100 people, you belong to the top 5. Don't concern yourself too much with how you are going to achieve your goal. Leave that completely to a power greater than yourself. All you have to do is know where you are going. The answers will come to you of their own accord. Remember these words from the Sermon on the Mount and remember them well. Keep them constantly before you as you go about your daily activities. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth, and to him that knocketh, it shall be opened. It's as marvelous and simple as that. In fact, it's so simple that in our complicated world, it's difficult for an adult to understand that all he needs is a purpose and faith. From this very moment, do your best. Dorothea Brand, outstanding editor and writer, discovered it for herself and tells about it in her fine book, Wake Up and Live. Her entire philosophy is reduced to the words: act as though it were impossible to fail. She made her own test with sincerity and faith, and her entire life was changed to one of overwhelming success. Don't start your test until you have made up your mind to stick with it. Be persistent with your goal. By being persistent, you are demonstrating faith. Persistence is simply another word for faith. If you don't have faith, you would never persist. Remember also to be brave and cheerful as you adopt this new way of living. Don't let petty things annoy you and get you off course. Also remember that you must reap that which you sow. If you sow negative thoughts, your life will be filled with negative things. If you sow positive thoughts, your life will be cheerful, successful, and positive. Now, gradually, you have a tendency to forget what you have learned in this video. Play it often. Keep reminding yourself of what you must do to form this new habit. An outstanding medical doctor recently pointed out 6 steps that will help you realize success. 1. Set yourself a definite goal. 2. Quit running yourself down. 3. Stop thinking of all the reasons why you can't be successful and instead think of all the reasons why you can. 4. Trace your attitudes back to your childhood and try to discover where you first got the idea you couldn't be a success, if that's the way you have been thinking. 5. Change the image you have of yourself by writing out a description of the person you would like to be. 6. Act the part of the successful person you have decided to become. The doctor who wrote those words is a noted West Coast psychiatrist, David Harold Fink. Do what all the experts since the dawn of recorded history have told you must do. Pay the price by becoming the person you want to become. It's not nearly as difficult as living unsuccessfully. Pay the price, then repeat it again. Each time you repeat it, it will become more a part of you until you wonder how you could ever have lived any other way. Live this new way, and the floodgates of abundance will open and pour over you more riches than you may have ever dreamed existed. Money, yes, lots of it. But what's more important? You will have peace. You will be in that wonderful minority who lead calm, cheerful, successful lives. Start today. You have nothing to lose, but a life to build. So this is all for now. Please comment below on what you have learned from this video and consider following this channel for more interesting contents. My hope is that this video ignites a flame within you, guiding you on your life's journey and empowering you to manifest the reality of your dreams. Be blessed, be bold, and be fearless in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you. See you next time.